which children often find really interesting. It's a little portable shrine, so a kind of handheld shrine to the god Mercury. What's quite unusual about this is that it's almost complete, and it would be quite an expensive and precious thing. So it does sort of raise a question of why it was left behind, why it was lost. Did they just drop it behind? Ended up in the ground, or
does it steal it? You know?
Yes,
I mean, there's just loads of possible stories, and also I'd be interested in kind of, it's a shrine, so people have prayed to it and asked it things, and what's there, and what does it know that we don't know?
Yeah. And you wonder if whatever they were asking, whether their prayers were answered.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
whether happy or
and what were they thinking about? What were the problems, compared to our problems in our case?
All the objects that we've got on display here were actually found out on the site.
So all of the exhibits?
Yeah. So everything here. So we do have that sort of sense of place, and it is nice to talk with the children about things that have been found, and they also like to think about what might be there, as I say, and it's just really interesting, and the sort of possibilities. And we've got these tiny little lamps down here as well. And you can see, if you look closely, the detail on them, where one's actually been used and one hasn't. So one's sort of charred from the little flame, and maybe filled with oil, with olive oil, which probably would have been imported. And that's something quite nice to talk about as well, that idea of trade and
And also something about a light. It's almost like you could build a picture from that if you sort of started with a lamp that was lit and then said to someone, well, what else can you see? If you light the lamp and you're somewhere, what else can you see in the room? Is there anyone else there? It could be quite interesting to do like visualisation exercises to stimulate people's creativity, and say, is there anyone else in the room? What does the room feel like? What's the atmosphere like? Because they're really small, those lamps, aren't they?
They are.
I can't imagine they would give off like a massive glow, but it would be really an interesting exercise, I think, just to look at kind of light your lamp. What can you see? And see if people saw different